So I, like probably most people out there right now, have been thinking a lot about everything going on in the world and the problems between racism, sex, politics, even science and religion. And I cannot get past one specific thought. You see, all of these are problems, but if you zoom out into a broader spectrum, I think human beings as a whole has a grouping problem. And what do I mean by that? I mean, look at everything as far as characteristic wise goes. We take a group of characteristics, we call it one thing or another, and then we try to match those characteristics to a completely separate group and then depict which one's better. What kind of sense does that make? Now, I can understand thousands of years ago when we needed to group together for survival, but these days it's just toxic. Let's take religion and science, for example, okay? Science sticks all these groups of characteristics, calls them facts, and you can only abide by those facts, okay? Same with religion. All of these characteristics of history in the past and human beings, groups them together, calls it religion because science can't prove it, okay? What if us grouping those two and the characteristics that they have fucked us because now we believe science too much and have no belief in myth? When, in my mind, and especially now, we're finding out that the two have a whole lot in common. I don't know. I've always been really big on kind of a broader picture rather than what's right in front of you. I don't believe that you can learn everything based off of a certain set of characteristics that one or the other shows. It's with autism. I mean, autism, for example, okay? It used to be we would have thought autism was just, one person having a certain amount of characteristics. Well, now we're finding out that there's an entire spectrum of autism, and almost every one of us has some form or another of autism. So why doesn't that relate to every other issue that we have? Think about it. Really, think about it. Now, I am nowhere near educated enough to be telling people what to think, how to feel, where to be at, but my brain's always constantly working and I'm always trying to learn. Maybe everybody else does the same, whether they're a scientist or a professor or somebody who doesn't feel like they know anything.